Well, hello everybody. Time once again for some more Guild Wars 2. We're going to be opening up and just doing some general maintenance, I guess you could say, on inventory stuff. And what we're going to be going after are these pieces of uncommon unidentified gear. So if you aren't familiar with how many of these you'll get a lot of either the unidentified or the common unidentified gear, and then you'll get an occasional amount of the rare. The approach I use, right, since I have limited storage space on my characters, is I break them up into groups of 125 and then I open them all. You get a higher chance of getting something other than just a common piece, right? As you can see, I got some greens as well out of this. And then I will use the copper-fed salvage omatic on all the fine and lower. And then I'll use the runecrafter's salvage omatic, because I don't have the silver one, on the masterwork and lower. But really what I'm going after, because what I get out of this is a 100% chance of salvaging upgrades, and you can see that these have like little tiny upgrades in them, and they have minor ones. And what I want out of salvaging those are these lucent motes, right? Because eventually I will be working on the legendary relic, and so that will help a lot with that. So that's the process, and then I just kind of put everything away. I've just moved everything so it's all kerfluffled now. Put this stuff over here. All right, and then I just do another stack.
You can never have too much treasure.
See, I technically have enough to do 2, so I'm going to do another one. Oh, I guess no, I'm not. I don't know how I messed that up in my head. See, I even got a couple of rares out of that, right? That's awesome. You know, if you were to just salvage these pieces of uncommon unidentified gear by themselves, you wouldn't get the same loot spread, right? All right, and then we'll use this for the masterwork and lower.
Nice gear.
And then we'll use it again on the rares. You know, even got some ectos out of it. It's fantastic. So we'll see what we get. If we get anything really good out of, you know, always going after these essences of luck. It's fantastic. See, now we should be able to do another one. There we go. No rares this time around, doesn't look like. Oh wait, one. There's another one.
One more thing for my list of accomplishments.
Getting a ton of mithril. Alright, this next go around we'll have to use the rune crafters. Another rare, nice.
You can never have too much treasure.
And then we'll do the rares. 6 more ectos, you know, no complaints here. And I'm not really keeping a tab or a tally on what we're getting here. Not too worried about the stats. Some people really they min-max this to all whatnot, and this, you know, this may or may not be the most efficient way to do this, but this is just something I have to find myself doing every once in a while to clean up the inventory, make more space. As you see, this stuff fills up. The only ones I don't really open up until I need to are the rare, mostly because I oh no, wrong button. Huh. I have this habit of keeping those in case the price goes up. I've sold them in the past for incredible profit where they got up to like almost 50 silver each. It's pretty rare. They hover right around 25, I want to say. Yeah, which is good, which is really, really good. So like a stack, what, like, yeah, 60 gold. So that's why I hold on to these. It's kind of like a, you know, a secondary investment level. I've been fighting this darn cold for like 10 days now, and I just can't get past it, and there's just a ton of just phlegm and mucus build up. Super enjoyable, to say the least. Yeah, this is something I pretty much do once every month or so. That's usually when I have enough, or I'm starting to have inventory issues, and I'm like, okay, it's time to clean house a little bit. And see, I filled up on Elderwood logs, so I'll have to do something with those. Oh, look at that. An essence of luck. Very nice.
Nice gear.
And more ectos. Right? Not going to hear me complain about any of that. So, and it's a good way of filling up on some of the basic mats, you know. Some people have criticized me in the past. Well, why don't you just, you know, salvage them right away? I don't know. This is just how I do it. I get more entertainment out of this because it's kind of like I'm reaping my rewards all in one get-go. I don't know. Now, if I was really smart, I would be looking at these rares to see what they sell for, because any of them that sell for more than like 25 silver are technically worth selling, you know. And it's easily done too, right? You just go in here, sell my items, see what's the highest. Oops. 22, you know. 22. Right, you know, you might come across something, but that's just a lot of time I really don't want to invest into the market. I'm not really a market player. What I'm really after is mats, luck, and ectos in the long term, you know. I'm still in the process of building legendaries, so I need as many mats as I can get, as many ectos as I can get. I recently started the process of building the legendary aqua breather. That's going to take a minute. There's a lot of components to that. And the reason I don't just put all of these in on my character is when I go to salvage all, it will salvage the unidentified as well. That's why I don't want to do that. Right, I want to keep it all kind of separate. There we go. I guess we can do these two. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of put them all up in an area and then just transfer them over. I could move stuff over, but I don't like bouncing stuff back and forth between the bank and my characters. I have made my fair share of mistakes from that in the past.
That looks valuable.
And these are the real ones where you can get some winners. You know, you can really get some crazy rares out of these. Oh. Apparently I'm really bad at math. Just out of curiosity, let's see if we have anything that's worth anything. Sure, why not? And see, we're getting stuff like the charms. So you got quite a few more rares this time. Just absolutely filling up on mats, which is fantastic, you know.
You can never have too much treasure.
It's costly though. You know, you got to make sure you have the gold to make it work. But, you know, I need a ton more of these lucent motes. Last time I checked, I still needed thousands more. So I haven't checked recently though. Because I've already crafted the piles or whatever it is that you make those into.
That looks valuable.
Shield of the Moon. I haven't seen that in a minute. See what we got. No, that I'll just... I'll just salvage that. I remember when even rare weapons used to go for a pretty penny. Those days are gone.
You can never have too much treasure.
And what I'll do with all these essences is I will use my, I think, Artificer to build more exotic essences out of. It's pretty much all you need for legendaries or exotic.
Nice gear. This is
most remarkable.
So getting a good amount of ectos again.
That looks valuable. One more thing for my list of
Sneak thief
accomplishments.
leggings. Oh. Yeah, I'll just salvage those.
Now I shall break you.
Just getting this slow stack of luck. And this is a great way if you're focusing on getting your magic find up, which I highly recommend. Great way to do it. It takes a lot. I think with the amount I have, you know, I have over 1,000 in the bank. It would only be enough to get me like 2 more levels. You know, bringing me to magic find 229. Woo! You know, that's just kind of been, you know, just over time, just slowly up. Especially when I wasn't building legendaries, I didn't focus on that stuff at all. More luck.
That looks valuable.
More sneak thief. Interesting.
That's how it's done.
How many times have I completed that? 552 times. Yeah, I've salvaged a few things in my day.
You can never have too much treasure.
And this is pretty much my primary means of acquiring globs of ectoplasm. That's how I always have enough to continue on with my legendaries. I don't really have to buy anything. I don't really have to you know, stress out over where I'm going to get ectos from. I just kind of salvage them out of stuff. Get lucky every once in a while.
Nice gear.
No, that's quality armor. Thanks. Alright, last one. So it was 2,000 of the common and about what, 800 or so? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1,500 or so of the just the green ones. And this is what you can kind of see what you can get out of it, you know. I think I got at least 100 ecto out of all of that.
Target destroyed.
A lot of basic mats and a lot of luck. This right here, this and the lucent motes are really key. So, alright, that's all I got for this one. Hope you're doing well. I know it's not the most thrilling of videos, but you know, it just kind of showcases what you can get out of saving up. Alright, well, thanks for watching. See you next time.